Hello again, everybody. David Clary here in Freeport, Bahamas. The Oak Ridge High School Wildcats getting set to take on the Cardinals of Jonesboro High School out of Jonesboro, Georgia. The Wildcats victorious in their first ball game yesterday as they knocked off the Sunland Baptist Academy. After trailing early in the ball game, the Wildcats dominated the final three quarters of the game, and they win it. And the Wildcats trying to advance in their pool play against this team from Georgia. Two teams are out on the floor. The Wildcats will have to jump. Garrett Giles, the Wildcat other starters include Brennan Scott along with Caden Brightheart, Raekwon Watson, and Cooper Williams. It'll be number 10 jumping for them. That'll be Chris Jones. The official from Kingsport is ready, and the ball is up, controlled by the Wildcats, momentarily saved away by the Cardinals, and they have the basketball, and we are underway here from St. George's High School. Wildcats didn't match up on that three. They get the rebound. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Raekwon's got it coming down the floor. Caden on his right. Goes up for the shot himself. Shot good. Raekwon Watson scores, and down the floor with the basketball will come the Cardinals. 2-0 our score, just underway from the Bahamas in game number 2 for the Wildcats. With the basketball for them will be Turman. Isaiah Turman works the ball to his right. Over it goes to Redding. Redding holds the ball, swings it out to the top of the circle to Jones. Jones, a three is up, no good. Good box out there by Brendan Scott, but the ball goes careening off of the Cardinal. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball coming down the floor. Oak Ridge moving left to right, wearing their all-white jerseys as Wildcats working into Raekwon, back to Garrett. Back to Raekwon, he'll bring the ball down the floor. Just underway, 2-0 Wildcats. Watson with it across the midcourt line. Picked up defensively by Turman, works the ball. In front of him, 5-second count was on. He drives in, kicks it out to Brightheart. Caden drives left, Ray for a shot for three, up, no good. Rebounded by the Cardinals. They'll bring the ball down the floor wearing kind of garnet and red. The Wildcats get a steal. Brendan Scott's going to drive in, cannot get an errant pass, gives it out to Brightheart, shoots a three. It's on its way, it's up. It is no good. Hits the top of the backboard and goes out of bounds. Wildcats with an opportunity, but Brennan a pretty smart play. He got the steal. He thought about driving in, but the Cardinals recovered quickly, and it'll be their basketball coming down the floor. 2-0 our score, 6 minutes, 37 seconds to play in the first quarter. With a basketball number 2 for them, that'll be Redding. There's two Reddings out on the floor, Cortez and Montez. They work the ball for a three. It's on its way, hits the rim, no good. Another rebound by Lucas Murray. He drives inside. They get a shot up and tie the ball game. Down the floor with it will come the Wildcats. Quickly, Raekwon across the midcourt line. 2-2 the score. He'll dribble left, get a screen. Now come back to his left, drive all the way right. Fires a pass. It's intercepted on the other end. We might have a dunk. We do. One-handed stuff. Wildcats turn the ball over. Too much dribbling. Actually, the Wildcats will bring the ball down the floor. Brendan Scott with it. 4-2. The Cardinals of Jonesboro High School in the lead. Giles with the basketball. Dribbles right. Lost the dribble. Grabs it back. Gives it off to Raekwon. Very aggressive defense at the top of the formation for the Wildcats. Here comes Giles driving in. Pulling up. A little 5 foot. A little strong. No good. Rebound on the floor. Loose and picked up by the Cardinals. They lead at 4-2. Down the floor, they kick it out. There's a three from the left side. It's up, no good. They get the rebound again. A lot of offensive rebounds. They're going to call an offensive player control foul against number 10, Chris Jones, I do believe. And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball coming down the floor. Giles to work the ball in for the Wildcats. In it comes to Brennan Scott. To Ray. He catches it on a dead run. Goes into Cooper. Cooper gets the layup. Good. Great ball movement all the way down the floor. Very little passing. Excellent play by the Wildcats, and they tie the ball game at 4. 5:12 to play in the first quarter. Where the basketball will come Redding. Cortez Redding works the ball to his right, hands it off to his brother, I would assume. They work the ball top of the circle. 4-4 the score. The Wildcats playing a little zone as they work the ball in, penetrate the paint, kick it out to the left corner. They'll drive in, no place to go along the baseline. Good defense by Caden Brightheart and Brendan Scott. Now they get a fadeaway jumper. It's up. It's good. Right at the buzzer. The 30-second clock went off as Ray brings the ball down the floor. Wildcats trail it 6-4 on the scoreboard. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Raekwon with it, right side. Caden Brightheart dribbles in, penetrates, a little fadeaway 6-footer. It's going to be short. Rebounded by the Cardinals. Here they come down the floor quickly. They'll dribble in, left elbow against Giles on the left block. Here's a steal. Wildcats have it. Caden Brightheart, one-on-one, goes all the way in. He's fouled. Personal foul is going to go against number 1 for them, Cortez Redding. And let's see if he rules in the act of shooting. It's a block. It will not be in the act of shooting. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. They'll substitute a couple new players in the ballgame. C.J. Carter and London Wingfield check in for Jonesboro. 6-4. Wildcats trail. 4:16 to play first quarter. Ray tries to work it in, lobs it up high, and it comes to Cooper. Cooper attacks right back to the hole. Shot is up, and it's no good. Missed with his left hand. Point-blank shot. Here come the Cardinals down the floor. They lead Oak Ridge by 2. 6-4. They'll drive in. Wanting to shoot. Out to the top it goes. Three-pointer. It's up. No good. Rebound, Garrett Giles. Wildcats with the basketball running. Here's Brendan Scott down the floor. Brendan at the free throw line stops. Finds Giles free. Throws up a 3. It's up. Good. 3-point shot by Garrett Giles. And the Wildcats retake the lead here. One of the shoes came off of one of the Cardinals. See if the scoreboard. They haven't posted it on the scoreboard yet. And that was a, did he say a 2? That's a three-pointer. Yes, that's correct. He originally, I thought, signaled 2. It is a 3-point shot. And the Wildcats do have the lead 7-6. The Jonesboro fans and coaching staff and players thought it was a 2, but it was clearly behind the line. Here they come down the floor. Oak Ridge in the lead, 7-6. The basketball, number 24 for them. That's C.J. Carter. Harassed at the free throw line. They give it up for another 3. It's up. It's good. 3-point shot for them, and Coach Green has called a timeout. Wildcats trail at 9-7. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. With your support, the Oak Ridge High School boys and girls basketball team will be taking children that have been selected by the District Family Resource Center on a special Christmas shopping trip. The goal is to spend $100 each on as many children as possible in December. Please either drop off donations at Oak Ridge High School, checks only made out to Oak Ridge High School basketball boosters, or mail them to P.O. Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee 37831. You can contact Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green for more information at 423-595-1829 or email him at hagreen@ortn.edu. Creating Christmas memories is something Coach Green has done since he has been at Oak Ridge High School, and glad to have it once again, and we hope you'll be able to contribute to send a lot of kids to Walmart to shop with our guys and our Lady Wildcats. 9-7 is our score. Timeout was asked for by Coach Green. Wildcats playing with Caden Brightheart, Garrett Giles, Raekwon Watson, Brendan Scott. Now Shamar Green is in the ball game. Cooper checks out. The Wildcats, their first substitution. No press this time. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Raekwon at the point. He's a junior. About to be met at the midcourt line by Redding. Comes off to the left side to Giles. Around to the left it goes to Caden Brightheart. Here's the lob to Shamar. Gets the shot blocked. Out of bounds. Wildcats have gotten the ball inside a couple of times. Missed one shot, and that time Shamar had his shot blocked. Oak Ridge ball underneath the goal to work the ball in will be Watson. In it comes to Brightheart. Caden drives in, gets a shot up. It's going to be no good. Saved away by Brendan Scott, though. He picks it up, gives it back to Ray. Ray drives the baseline to Caden Brightheart for the shot. Good. Brightheart hits the bucket, and we're tied at 9. 3:05 to play first quarter. Here they come down the floor. Moving right to left, we're in Garnet and Red holding the ball. Now he's going to elect a dribble, drive, kick it out. Number 1 drives in, stops in the paint, blocked by Ray. Got him all ball, might have caught him with the body. And a personal foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. It's going to go against Raekwon. That'll be his first personal foul. Team foul number 2, I think, called against Oak Ridge. And the free throw line will go Cortez Redding. Left-handed shooter puts it on its way up there. No good. Cooper Williams checks back into the ball game. Shamar will check out. 2:52 to play first quarter. Oak Ridge and Jonesboro, Georgia tied at 9. Back to the free throw line one more time. Shot is also missed. Rebounded by Giles to Caden Brightheart, and he's going to be ripped to the ball, and then it's kicked away and then knocked out of bounds. Wildcats will get it on their turnover. I don't know if the floor is slippery, but I've seen several people actually trip here in the early going. The Wildcats have it in a tie ball game, 9-9, 2:46 to play. Wildcats will set up their offense for Raekwon Watson, bringing the ball across the midcourt line. Finds Brightheart free and throws a bad pass. It's intercepted, and they get an opportunity for a layup. Here it is. Good. And the Wildcats trail it by a score of 11-9. And here comes Oak Ridge facing pressure once again. Oak Ridge going to work it in. Before he got it in, whistle blows, and they're going to call a hook foul against number 11. And that's going to go against Landon Wingfield, and the Wildcats will get the basketball. Oak Ridge playing with Brightheart, Giles, Watson, Williams, and Brennan Scott. Oak Ridge ball. Wildcats work it in. Here's the home run pass, and it goes to Garrett Giles. He drives in for the dunk. Good. Two-hand stuff by Garrett Giles. The Wildcats get the breakaway dunk, and a good play call there by the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge ties the ball game. I tried my best to get a picture of that, but it wasn't unable to. Here they come to the top of the key. Now they're going to drive in. Partially blocked shot, rebounded by Cooper Williams. Cooper in a lot of trouble, gives it off to Ray Ray. Ray Ray in the rear court. 2 minutes to play first quarter, 11 the score. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Raekwon with it. Harassed everywhere he goes, got a screen. Dribbles to his right, stops, looks, fires it inside. Ball is taken away by the Wildcats. Cooper Williams, saved by Brightheart, into Garrett Giles for the shot. Good. Wildcats, mad scramble for it, but they get the shot to fall, and Oak Ridge has the lead. 13-11 the score. Down the floor with the basketball once again will come Jonesboro. Jonesboro sets it out once again. They've got a three if they want it. They will not take the shot. Wildcats working hard on defense. With the basketball will come Jonesboro in a 13-11 game. Number 2 with the basketball. They're going to drive in against Cooper. Cooper blocks the shot. They get the rebound, get another shot block, but that one official has called another foul. Minute 12 to play here in the first quarter. 13-11 the score. Same guy made a kind of a questionable call last night in the Oak Ridge ball game that the Oak Ridge fans didn't like, and he and Coach Green had a very long conversation about it last night as they go to the free throw line with 2 shots upcoming. 13-11 is our score. To the line for them will go Cortez Redding. Free throw is good. Raekwon comes out of the ball game. Cameron McCullough is going to check in for the first time today. 13-12 Oak Ridge, a minute 12 to play first quarter. Second toss, good. Tie ball game, and they're going to give a warning delay of game to them as the ball went through the net. Number 33 kind of shoved it away from the Wildcat to get it in bounds, and the official gave him a warning. 13-13 the score, a minute 7 and counting. Camo with the basketball to Caden Brightheart. Brightheart dribbles top of the circle back to Cooper Williams on the right block. Double team, works out of trouble, goes all the way in, kicks it out Brennan. Brennan Scott drives, baseline jumper is up, in and out, no good. Rebound to the Cardinals. They have the basketball loose on the floor in a 13-13 ball game. Here they come driving, kicking it out, wide open 3. No good. Rebound Brennan Scott. Scott with the basketball. The Wildcats wanting to run. Brennan has trouble with his dribble. Picks it up. Double team. Gives it off to Camo. Camo throws the ball. Right corner. Brightheart for 3. No good. Man, just missed. Here come the Cardinals down the floor. 27 seconds to play. They drive in. Get a shot up. No good. Tipped up. No good. Again, no good. They've got it with 20 seconds to play at the top of the circle, and it appears they'll go for the final shot here in the first quarter. Down to 12 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. They work the ball top of the circle. Holding it, number 2. He dribbles in, goes in for the shot. It's good. And they lead it by a score of 15-13 as the first quarter comes to a close. We've played one quarter here in the Bahamas. 15-13 our score. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back once again to Freeport, Bahamas, St. George's High School. Freeport, Bahamas, the Wildcats of Oak Ridge, and the Cardinals of Jonesboro, Georgia, playing here. Second day of this tournament on Thanksgiving Day. And from the Prep Radio crew, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who might be watching this broadcast on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Wildcats will have the ball first as we start play here in the second quarter, playing at the point with Cameron McCullough, along with Garrett Giles and Caden Brightheart. Brennan Scott and Cooper Williams in the ball game as well. Brennan's on the right wing. Camo sets up the offense, swings it out to Brennan. Brennan dribbles left, gives it back to Caden. Caden attacks left, gives it to Camo. Cooper was wide open for a second. Can't get the pass to him. It's taken on the floor by the Cardinals. 15-13 the score. Their basketball. Nearly a travel there. They work the ball outside the line. Penetrate in. Here's the shot. It's up off the glass. No good. Rebound again to Oak Ridge. Cameron McCullough comes out of there with it. Swings it over to Brightheart. Brightheart running the floor. Brightheart to the hole. Pulls up, shoots. Good. Tie ball game. 15-15 the score. Here they come down the floor once again. Quickly with it will go Redding. He'll set it up at the top of the circle. Here it goes to Martez. Drives in. Shot partially rejected by Giles. Taken on the floor by Cooper. He lost the dribble. Probably should have given it to a guard. They get a layup good. Wildcats trailing by 2. 17-15 the score in a fast and furious paced quarter. Half of basketball. 17-15. Jonesboro on top. With the basketball, Cameron McCullough to Giles, top of the circle. Giles looks left, gives it over to Brightheart. Wildcats have got to get others involved in the offense. Here's Brennan outside the three-point line. Will not take the shot. Shot clock is down to 7. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here Cooper. Cooper is going to have to shoot it, and he's not going to get a shot off. The ball is knocked out of bounds off the fingertips. It's a shot clock violation, although it went out of bounds last touch by them. Wildcats were not too aware of the clock as it ticked down to 0, and the Cardinals have the basketball leading by 2. 17-15 the score, 6.5 minutes to play here in the second period. With the basketball, they'll come, setting it up at the top of the circle. Wildcats playing currently with Brandon Hayward in the ball game. Ray's back in the ball game, along with Cooper Williams, Garrett Giles, and Caden Brightheart. Ball knocked out of bounds by Brandon. Brandon played limited at minutes yesterday. Got hurt on Saturday in the game at the Wildcat Arena, but he seems to be okay. He's out on the floor now for the Wildcats. With the basketball will come Redding. Dribbles in, penetrates. Baseline shot blocked away, taken away by the Cardinals. They shoot again. Shot clock violation, but we had the ball anyway. I mean, we had already rebounded it, but he still slowed the action down, and the Wildcats will have the basketball coming down the floor. Oak Ridge trails by 2, 17-15. Neither team really with any kind of a big lead here in this one. Wildcats with the basketball. Here it goes to Brightheart. Brightheart attacks right to Brandon, to Ray. Ray thought about dribbling all the way through, lost the ball, saved away by Hayward inside to Cooper. Nice pass. Then the ball ripped out of his hands. I thought it was a really good, nice pass entry into Cooper, but he just couldn't hold on to it. 17-15 the score. They have the basketball. Moving right to left here, dribbling a lot. Martez Redding swings the ball out to the top of the key. 14 seconds to play. They drive left, kick it out. They'll drive the baseline, swing it out to the corner. They get a 3 off. It's no good. Garrett Giles on the rebound. Giles had Caden early, couldn't get the ball to him. Gives it off to Ray. Quan brings the ball across the line. 5:17 to play. Here's a pass out to Brightheart. Back to Ray. The Wildcats had Brandon early, couldn't get the ball to him. Here's Giles way outside the three-point line. Will not take the shot. Brandon Hayward with it. Looks to Cooper. Double team. Throws the ball away. Wildcats trying to get the ball inside. Have turned the ball over several times. Here's a ball picked up by Cooper. The Wildcats. Here come Oak Ridge back the other way. Both teams turning the ball over. Here's Ray with it. Works the ball left wing, and he'll set it up. Now penetrate the paint. Lost the dribble again. Ball's loose on the floor. Oak Ridge has it. Calls a timeout. Let's see. He called a jump ball. Really, the alternate possession arrow will give them the ball. Oak Ridge had tried to call a timeout. He was a little bit quick with his jump call. An accurate call. He was tied up for sure. 17-15 the score. The Wildcats playing now with Price Davis in the ballgame. The Wildcats are trying to get a good combination in there, get some rest for Caden as well. He's played all the minutes. Wildcats have Raekwon and Brennan, Garrett, and Cooper in the ballgame as well. 17-15 the score. The Wildcats a little bit more aggressive on the perimeter. How high it goes to Redding. Redding drives in against Price, turns, goes inside, wants to shoot over Cooper, does, and he's fouled. Hits the bucket, but the personal foul is called, and they extend their lead out to 4 at 19-15. It'll be their basketball as they go to the free throw line. Looking at the official, he and Coach Green had a little words last night. He was staring him down there after that call. Free throws up, and it's no good. It's going to be a lane violation against the Wildcats. It's going to give them another opportunity. 19-15 the score, 4:16 to play in the first half. Wildcats, too many turnovers here in the early going. Free throw is very short. Rebounded by the Wildcats for a moment. Saved away by number 10. Throws up a shot, no good. Cooper's got it. Down the floor will come Oak Ridge. It's very physical on one end of the floor, for sure. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Giles with it, top of the circle. Wildcats court spacing's got to get better. Coach Green calls a new play. Wildcats trailing by 4, 19-15. Oak Ridge ball. Giles to Ray Ray. Ray Ray drives the baseline. Stops, pulls up, fadeaway jumper is no good. Tip back up, no good. Saved away once again by the Cardinals. They can extend their lead once again. They'll kick it out. He might have walked. Drives in, turning, spinning, shot on its way, partially rejected. They have the rebound, and he steps out of bounds with it. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Oak Ridge is going to get Shamar Green back in the ball game. Also checking in, Caden Brightheart, Garrett Giles, and Cooper Williams check out for the Wildcats. 3:34 to play, second quarter, 19-15. The Wildcats trailing by 4. Raekwon brings the ball across the line. Sets it up once again. The Wildcats haven't been able to get that inside scoring they got so easily yesterday in the win as Ray Ray dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. Wildcats struggling really to kind of get in kind of sync offensively as Raekwon comes out of the ball game. Cameron McCullough is going to check back in. Price Davis is also in the ball game. The gym is hot. They hadn't turned on the air conditioning before we got here, and it was very warm. With the basketball once again will come number 3 for them. Looking for my roster that I've put away. Isaiah Turman works the ball. Around the right side, the Wildcats have extended it out just a bit. Here's a deflection, nearly a steal by Shamar. Number 10 drives in, and he runs over Price. It'll be a personal foul called against Jonesboro, Georgia. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball coming back the other way. That is the second foul. Here comes Gavin Johnson in the ball game, trying to get a little offense going. Long-range shooter for the Wildcats. Price Davis comes out of the game. 19-15 the score. 2 minutes, 52 seconds to play. We're in the second quarter here from St. George's High School in Freeport, Bahamas. Brightheart with the basketball. Here comes Shamar with it over to Camo. Camo looks inside, finds Gavin free, back to Camo, and a quick pass. Backs up once again. 13 seconds on the play clock, or the shot clock. Here it goes once again to Gavin. Gavin can't shoot. 7 seconds. The Wildcats have got to get going offensively. 4. There's a bad pass, intercepted, taken away by them. They'll drive in. Shot is blocked, partially rejected. Here comes Gavin. The Wildcats have numbers. Caden Brightheart all the way to the hole. No good. Gets his own rebound, though, and sets it up. Brightheart double dribbles the basketball. He did. The Wildcats, 19-15 is the score. The Wildcats trailing by 4 with exactly 2:07 to play here in the second quarter. Here they come down the floor. The Wildcats, as a timeout is asked for by Jonesboro. 2:02 to play, second quarter, 19-15 the score. Once again, I want to remind everybody that with your support, the Oak Ridge High School boys and girls basketball teams will take children that have been selected by the District Family Resource Center on a special Christmas shopping trip. The goal is to spend $100 each on as many children as possible in December. Please either drop off donations at Oak Ridge High School, checks only, made out to Oak Ridge High School basketball boosters, or you can mail them to Post Office Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, 37831. You can contact Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green for more information at 423-595-1829 or email him at hagreen@ortn.edu. I also want to thank all of our sponsors who are going to be with us in basketball season on the radio and on the internet. The Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Washboard Wash and Fold, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Mike Kelly with Bessie Coleman Realty, and the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. Timeout was asked for by the Cardinals, an extended timeout. It took a while. They didn't hit the buzzer on them, so they continued to talk as it'll be their basketball. The Wildcats playing with Cameron McCullough, Gavin Johnson, Brennan Scott, along with Caden Brightheart as the ball is worked in to number 15, and he'll set up the offense. He's not on my official roster. 1:55 to play. They work the ball top of the circle. Number 1 with it, now number 2. This is one of the Redding brothers, 11 seconds. They work the ball right side. Now they'll drive the paint, kick it out to number 3. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They launch one up there, no good. Long rebound, tracked out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Good defense there by Oak Ridge, denying him any kind of a good look. As the Wildcats still trail, though, by 4, 19-15, 1:38 to play second quarter. Cameron McCullough is going to come out of the ball game. Raekwon is back in. Johnson is out. Cooper's back in. So the Wildcats playing with a bigger lineup here with Shamar and Cooper both in the ball game. Raekwon, Caden Brightheart, and Brennan Scott as well. 1:29 to play. The Wildcats haven't hit a shot in a while. Wildcats have had trouble just getting the ball inside, getting any kind of good look. Brightheart thought about launching a 3. Finds Ray with it. They do such a good job as the Wildcats. Once again, here's Brennan Scott. He turned the ball over. Couldn't catch it on a dead run. They get a layup. Good. Can't give up turnovers at the top of your offense because it's going to end up in outlets and easy buckets, and that's what they've gotten. The Wildcats haven't even really been able to take a shot in a while. They trail by 6. 21-15 the score. Ray with it. Off to Caden Brightheart. Wildcats walked again. Didn't put the ball down on the floor, and Garrett Giles is going to check back into the ball game. 51.3 seconds. The Wildcats struggling really to get their offense rolling. Cardinal basketball, Coach Green, you can tell by the look on his face and his body language and his posture, he's not too happy about the first half here. 48 seconds to play, 21-15 the score. Shot clock at 24, so still time, and he has trouble with his dribble. Picks it up, lost his shoe, swings the ball right, works the ball in. They'll drive in. Bounce pass goes along the baseline. Easy 10-footer. Good. Wildcats have got to get some offense here. They're down by 8. Haven't scored in a while. Guy's lost both of his shoes now. Ray drives the paint. He's fouled by the Cardinals. Shoes all over the floor. And it'll be with 23 seconds. The Wildcats down 8, 23-15. Offense has been a struggle here in the second quarter for sure. Timeout is asked for while they allow the Jonesboro player to get his shoe back on. Wildcats, once again, trying to get it in. Brightheart works it into Giles. Giles in the right corner, works out of trouble, drives all the way in, thought about shooting, fadeaway jumper is good. Wildcats finally get a bucket with Garrett Giles, and it's a 6-point game. 23-17 the score. The Wildcats need a stop on defense. Nearly a steal there. Cooper falls down. His shooter shoots no good. Giles with it, 3. Giles stripped of the ball. Will they get a shot off? No, as the first half comes to a close. We have played one half of basketball here at St. George's High School in the Bahamas, and the Wildcats trail it 23-17. And we'll be back with the second half in a moment. Welcome back once again to St. George's High School. Second half about set. The Wildcats down 6 as we start play here in the third quarter. The Wildcats were down 8. Creeds are going to get the ball first, it would appear. As we get ready to play, the Wildcats will come out with the original starting 5. Raekwon Watson, Caden Brightheart, Garrett Giles, Brendan Scott, and Cooper Williams. It'll be Caden to work the ball inside midcourt, and the second half about set here. Both teams were victorious yesterday in their first ball games. The Wildcats working in their Raekwon. Going to walk the ball across the midcourt line where he's met by Isaiah Turman. Here it goes out once again to Caden Brightheart. That about driving in. The Wildcats putting a little motion in their game as they work it over to Scott. Wildcats got to find the open man. It's been hard against this defense. They're solid. Brendan Scott's going to penetrate. He lost a dribble. Giles gets it, picks up a shot. Good. Garrett Giles scores for the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge trails by 4. Garrett has been, I'm pretty sure, the leading scorer to this point. 23-19 the score. For the basketball will come the Cardinals out of Jonesboro, Georgia. They worked the ball right. Wildcats trying to pick up their defense. The Wildcats have played a pretty solid defense. Offense is where has been the problem. A lot of turnovers. There's a shot missed by the Cardinals, rebounded by Cooper Williams. Here's Oak Ridge down the floor. Caden Brightheart drives left, finds Brendan Scott free. Baseline jumper is no good. Rebound should be Oak Ridge's ball. Oh, man. He missed that one. That was last touch for sure by the Cardinals, but he was kind of screened by the goal, I think. Either way, 23-19 the score, 7:04 to play here in the third quarter. They have the basketball coming down the floor, the Wildcats, quickly. Where it got it jumped in front and then led by as many as 4, but it's been the Cardinals in the lead since the latter stages of the first quarter. With the basketball will come the Cardinals. They'll dribble in, left elbow. 4-point game, 23-19 the score. Their basketball, they'll drive in the paint. Here's a wild shot. Wildcats got to get in better position for rebound there. The Wildcats got screened off just a bit, and down the floor will come the Wildcats. The lead back to 6. With the basketball will come Raekwon Watson at the point. Brings the ball across the line, penetrates in, accelerates. Brightheart's free. Brightheart drives in, pulls up, shoots, and the ball is no good. Tipped back up by Cooper and knocked out of bounds, they say, by the Cardinals. 25-19, the Wildcats down by 6. They're on the dark end of the floor here. Brightheart's going to try to lob it in. Eventually will. Goes into Cooper, and Cooper goes up for the shot, and he is fouled by the Cardinals, and that'll send Cooper Williams to the free throw line. Cooper spent a good portion of the first half yesterday at the free throw line. He was very good there. He's a good free throw shooter. 25-19 the score. Wildcats trailing, 6:17 to play, third quarter. Cooper's shot good. Big Junior will have another one. They list him at 6'6". Played football last year, not this past season. 5-point game. Good. Wildcats need stops now on defense. They trail by 4, 25-21. Their basketball, Reading with it. Wildcats trailing 25-21. 6:06 to play, third quarter. Wildcat defense has been pretty stellar. They've had trouble really getting the ball inside. The Wildcats played a lot of zone early on. There's a lot of dribbling here. They throw the ball away, intercepted by Brightheart. Wildcats got to take advantage of their turnover. Caden's going to drive right inside to Giles. 6-footer, good. Garrett Giles continues to shine, and the Wildcats trail now by 2. 25-23 the score, 5:41 to play here in the third period. Giles had 6 points, I think, yesterday, has struggled to score in that one. Here's another missed shot, rebounded, though. They get the rebound. What's the call? Count it. Oak Ridge wanted an over-back call, and they're not going to call the over-back that they wanted. All the officials didn't see it. The conversation continues from the stands and from the bench. It's a four-point game, 27-23, 5:30 to play. As they shoot the free throw, it's up good. 3-point play. Wildcats with the basketball, down by 5 again, 28-23. Wildcats got to find somebody other than Giles to score. Here comes Garrett along the baseline. Penetrates, throws the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Cardinals into the on-waiting hands of assistant coach Ted Mitchell. Oak Ridge will work the ball in right in front of their own bench to our left. Wildcats will have to get the ball in. Ray Ray's going to work it into Cooper Williams. Back to Ray Ray. Raekwon Watson around the screen. Shot clock at 14. Wildcats, Brennan Scott dribbles in. 8-footer, good. Brennan Scott finally on the board here, and the Wildcats trail by 3. 28-25 the score, 5:02 to play third quarter. Here comes Jonesboro, Georgia down the floor, moving left to right. Wildcats have struggled against Georgia teams in the past. There's a walk right there, nearly a steal. The ball is still loose on the floor. They called some walks on us earlier. They've had some travels here. There's a steal. Wildcats coming down the floor. Brennan Scott. Brennan coast to coast, stops, has his shot blocked. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. 4:37 to play, third quarter. 28-25 the score. They'll substitute number 11, London Wingfield, back in the ball game. Oak Ridge will have it down by 3, 28-25. 4:37 to play, third quarter. Raekwon looks, fires it into Brightheart. Caden with it, and the Wildcats will reset here. 28-25 the score. Caden Brightheart to the hole, left-handed off the glass, good. Great drive by Caden Brightheart, and we got a one-point game. They run the ball well. Coming all the way down the floor. Shot is up, no good. They've got the rebound. And what's he going to call now? Another foul down on the floor. And it's going to go against, I guess, Raekwon once again. 4 minutes, 21 seconds to play, third quarter. Wildcats trailing by a point. 28-27. The ball's worked in. Shot clock is at 28. Their basketball. Number 11 with it. Wildcats working hard down low to Cooper. Going to drive in. Good defense. There's the shot. Good. Nice little hook shot by Chris Jones. And the Wildcats trail again by 3. 30-27 the score. Oak Ridge's Raekwon Watson dribbles in. Has the ball ripped out of his hands. Layup. Good. 5-point game. Too many turnovers here in the early going as Raekwon brings the ball down the floor. 5-point game. 32-27, 3:47 to play. A turnover means points for them almost every time. Raekwon dribbles right, stops, holds it, and looks like a foul is going to be called against number 2, Montez Redding. That'll be the second team foul called against them. Jonesboro coach can't believe it. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball side court, down by 5, 32-27. Oak Ridge ball, and it comes to Raekwon. Shot clock resets at 30. 3:54 to play, 3:34. Here's the lob to Garrett Giles. He can't control it. It goes out of bounds, last touch by the Cardinals. Wildcats tried that lob pass, but really well defended by Wingfield. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in will be Caden Brightheart. 3:29 to play third quarter. The Wildcats have trailed most of the way here in the second half. Here's Cooper, turning, spinning, shooting, missed it. Battles for the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Really good collapsing defense in on Cooper. He just couldn't muscle it between them, and they have the basketball once again. Wildcats had an opportunity to score there, couldn't get it done. 32-27 the score. Wildcats need some more stops on defense. Wildcats haven't had many opportunities, as almost a steal there by Raekwon. He fires it out to the right, number 15 with it. Shot clock down to 10. Trying to shoot the ball over Cooper. That's nearly impossible for that little guy. Number 15 in the paint. We're down to 5. What's the call? It's a turnover, perhaps a 3-second lane violation. Nope. He comes over the scores table, and I guess that was the case. Oak Ridge ball. And it comes to Raekwon. 32-27. Oak Ridge trails by 5. Wildcats have cut it to 2 at one point. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Raekwon with it over to Brendan Scott. They haven't allowed him. There's another bad pass. Intercepted. And a layup on the floor. He's going to call a foul on the floor. It's not intentional. That's what they wanted. Wildcats have got to be stronger with their passes. The Jonesboro coach wanted an intentional foul, and he did foul him intentionally, obviously, but not to the point where they're going to call the foul. As number 2, Montez Redding will work the ball in. Redding looks, fires it past, deflected, and taken away by number 4 in the ball game. They'll set it up inside unable to penetrate the Oak Ridge defense. A nice deflection there by Ray. Out to the top it goes, shot clock 20. They do a good job. They don't turn the ball over much, that's for sure. They work the ball in. Out to the top it goes. Number 4 drives in, cannot shoot. Number 10's free. Thought about shooting with 9 seconds to go. Redding, coast to coast, lost the dribble, stolen away. Oak Ridge basketball. Ray, coast to coast, right-handed up, no good. Throws up a desperation heave on a great play by Raekwon. He was probably going to either get his shot blocked, but he knew he was going to be fouled, so he just tossed it up to draw the contact, and he'll go to the free throw line with 2 shots. 32-27, Oak Ridge down by 5. Watson to the free throw line for the Wildcats. 2:10 to play third quarter. First toss, good. 4-point game, 32-28. The Wildcats have played from behind most of this game and struggled offensively. Really, too many turnovers, really a key factor, as that second toss is also good. Wildcats trailing by 3. One possession ball game here. 32-29 the score. 2:06 to play third quarter. Here they come down the floor once again. This after one of their rare turnovers as they work the ball inside the paint for a shot. No good. Rebound Cooper. Cooper to Caden. Caden fires it to Garrett Giles. The pass was not good enough. It's intercepted. They have the basketball. The Wildcats try to go down the floor and turn the ball over. They work the ball along the baseline. Good defense by Brightheart to cut off the baseline there. Minute 47 to play. The Wildcats have had a couple of fast break opportunities. They haven't been able to capitalize on them. Their basketball. Minute 32 to play, third quarter. Cooper runs over a guy. Just trucks him, basically, with 7 seconds on the shot clock. And the Oak Ridge players and coaching staff, fans wanted an illegal screen. That wasn't the call. I don't think any of the officials actually watched it. A minute 28 to play third quarter. Reset of the shot clock. It'll be number 11, Wingfield, to work the ball in. Cooper is going to come out of the game. Shamar Green's going to check back in. Shamar fronting the guy, trying to inbound it. They get it in. And it comes to number 10. That'll be Jones. Jones swings it around to the left. Shamar cuts off the man in the left corner. Shot clock at 22. A minute 17 to play third quarter. 32-29 the score. Their basketball. Number 2 dribbles, has trouble, falls down, works the ball for a 3. It's up, no good. Rebound, Raekwon. Wildcat basketball. Raekwon wanting to run. Fouled in the rear court on a block. Foul's going to be called against number 4, Jamar Owens of Jonesboro. That'll be the 4th team foul. The Wildcats are going to get Camo back in the ball game. Raekwon comes out. Good play for him on the rebound there, drawing the foul. Garrett Giles will work the ball in for the Wildcats. A minute 2 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge trailing it 32-29. Giles will work it into Camo. He catches it in the rear court and will bring the ball back across the line. Camo attacks the top behind the back dribble, fires it out to Giles. Garrett dribbles in. He's fouled. Personal foul is going to go against C.J. Carter, and that's going to send Garrett Giles to the free throw line. That is the 5th team foul called against Jonesboro, and Garrett will have 2 shots here. Like this rule, 32-29 the score. They reset the fouls after every quarter now, and then after 5, it's a 2-shot foul. There's no 1+1. As they go to the free throw line, 54 seconds to play third quarter, 32-29. Garrett Giles, free throw, no good. He's our leading scorer, I think. I'll check the scoring at the end of the ball game. Garrett back to the free throw line, 32-29. Slender Jr. puts it up there. Good. 2-point game, 32-30 the score. The Wildcats have trailed by as many as 8 in the ball game. They're down by 2 now. 32-30 the score, 44 seconds to play. Wildcats need a stop on defense. Bounce pass goes inside. It's on the floor. They get a shot up. It is no good. Rebounded back up and good. They score another putback. Wildcats can't get a rebound as they get several offensive rebound putback shots. Here's Camo down the floor. Camo dribbles in, behind the back dribble, a little bit out of control. Is going to drive all the way in, has his shot blocked. Wildcats down by 4 again, 34-30, 22 seconds to play. The Wildcats have not been able to get any kind of good, fluid offense, and I credit the Jonesboro defense for that for sure. Oak Ridge's Caden Brightheart with the basketball. He'll work it in with 22 seconds to play. Brightheart looks, got to get it in soon, fires it into Brennan Scott. Brennan stripped of the ball, grabs it, dribbles again, attacks inside, lost the ball, ripped out of his hands. Jonesboro steals it. Here they come down the floor with numbers. Man, should have been a foul. Wildcats have it, Brennan Scott. Brennan is going to be reached and fouled, or will he call it jump ball? What's he going to call? He is going to call what? I haven't seen it. It's a foul against number 24, C.J. Carter. It'll be Oak Ridge at the line once again. Oak Ridge just has way too many turnovers in this one. 34-30 the score. 4.8 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Brendan Scott will go to the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots here. That was the 16 foul. Shot is no good. Brendan usually deadly at the line. Kind of rushed it. Hit the front end of the rim. Looks at his second toss. 34-30 the score. Good. 3-point game. The Wildcats need a stop with 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Don't want to foul right here. They get a shot up. It's partially rejected as the third quarter comes to a close. 34-31 Jonesboro. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes in a moment. Welcome back once again to St. George's High School, Freeport, Bahamas. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, watching this broadcast on Thursday or whenever you're watching it. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Wildcats trailing in this one, 34-31. Final quarter about to get set here. Brennan Scott, Caden Brightheart, Raekwon Watson, Cooper Williams, and Garrett Giles on the floor. Cardinal basketballs were underway once again. 3-point game, 34-31 the score. Cortez Redding with a basketball. Bounce pass, throws the ball away. Oak Ridge will get it. A little bit errant with the pass. Turnover for Cortez Redding, and the Wildcats will bring the ball down the floor with no pressure. 34-31 the score. The Wildcats have trailed really since the first quarter. Might have had one slight lead in the second, but for the most part, they've trailed most of the ball game. Brightheart sets up the play once again. Wildcats could use some outside scoring. Brightheart is a good three-point shooter. He knocks one down here. No good. Rebound to the Cardinals. Wildcats can't get the rebound. Here they come down the floor. Wildcats could use some transition as they work the ball in. The Wildcats couldn't take advantage of that turnover. Still down by 3. 34-31. They'll drive in. Shot is up, and it is no good. Rebound blocked by Cooper. Foul called against Cooper Williams. The young guy says he got him with the body. Wildcats have got to get some boards. These high caroms off the rim as they go to the free throw line. At the line will go number 15, who does not appear on my roster here, as he'll have 2 shots here, fouled in the act of shooting. 34-31. Jonesboro on top of Oak Ridge. 7:14 to play in the ballgame. First of 2. Banked in good. 4-point lead once again, 35-31. Back to the line, number 15. Toss. No good. Rebound Cooper to Wildcats Caden Brightheart. Caden brings the ball down the floor, down by 4. Wildcats need some offense here. Brennan Scott, Giles, three-pointer. Left corner, hits the back of board, no good. Rebounded by the Cardinals. Wildcats can't score from the perimeter. They're going to drive in. Blocked shot, but a foul call against Ray Ray. Personal foul. They'll go to the free throw line with 2 more shots. Wildcats trying to get something from the perimeter. Nothing really falling for them. Wildcats, really their best three-point shooter is Brennan Scott, and he hasn't really been able to get his shot off because of really good defense by the Jonesboro Cardinals. I can see a little frustration on Brennan as he addresses his teammates on the sideline. Wildcats down 4, 35-31. Some perspiration on the floor, wiped up by the official, and they'll go to the free throw line 2 more times. Cortez Redding, his shot is good. Their lead is back to 5, 36-31. Wildcats, one of the lowest point totals ever for an Oak Ridge team, at least in the Aaron Green era. That toss is way missed. Rebound by Raekwon. The Wildcats down the floor. Ray driving. Left side it goes. Brennan Scott won't take the shot. Garrett will for 3. No good. Here they come once again. Bounce pass down low. Shot is on its way. No good. Ray on the rebound. Has it. Lost it. Grabs it. Jump ball. Alternate possession arrow to Oak Ridge. I think the Wildcats will get it on the alternate possession. They do. 6:37 to play. Oak Ridge currently trailing by 5, 36-31. Here they come down the floor. Wildcats have got to find some offense here. The perimeter game is not there. They've done a really good job closing off the inside. Here's the lob. Finally, they get it inside, and Cooper scores, and a timeout is asked for by Coach Green. I want to remind everybody that we will be covering several tournaments. The Lady Wildcats will be going to Greenville at Christmas, the day after Christmas. They'll be playing North Green. The guys will be going to the Arby's Classic up in Bristol. They'll be playing Harlan, Kentucky in their first round. We've got another tournament at home, and when we come home, the boys and the girls will be in action against Powell. That'll be on December the 5th. That'll be our first radio game on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. Our sponsors will be the Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Washboard Wash and Fold, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. And we'll have most of the ball games, all of the away games, for the most part, will be broadcast, with the exception of this tournament in the Bahamas, on FM 92.7. We'll try to stream every ball game. Most likely we will not be able to stream the Powell game. The Powell administration is charging $500 to stream the ball game on December the 5th. Nobody does that but Powell. 36-33 to score. The Wildcats currently have trailed after every quarter as the Cardinals have the basketball. 6:22 to play in the game. 36-33 the score. Here comes Jonesboro down the floor. It's a good Jonesboro team. They try to go inside with it. They do in the paint. Unable to shoot is number 15. Now they'll penetrate. Lost the ball. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge ball. Off the fingertips of Cortez Redding, it'll be Oak Ridge ball. Wildcats have managed to stay in this ball game despite many turnovers. 36-33 the score. Caden Brightheart blows past his defender. Goes up for a shot. For that, they're going to call a travel on him. Wildcats have had too many turnovers, as I said. He got caught on the baseline with good defense, and he might have taken that extra step. Down the floor with the basketball once again will come the Cardinals out of Jonesboro, Georgia. Holding it, number 1, Redding. Swings it over to his brother, Cortez. He falls down. Ball is loose. Timeout is asked for. Nobody had possession. Nobody had possession to call a timeout. They call a timeout. Nobody had possession. Nobody had possession. It's a full timeout, though. Well, I have the opportunity once again with your support. The Oak Ridge High School boys and girls basketball teams will take children that have been selected by the District Family Resource Center on a special Christmas shopping trip. The goal is to spend $100 each on as many children as possible in December. Please either drop off donations at Oak Ridge High School, checks only made out to Oak Ridge Basketball Boosters, or mail them to Post Office Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee 37831. Contact Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green for more information at 423-595-1829, or you can email him at hagreen@ortn.edu. This is creating Christmas memories for underprivileged children in our area. You can drop off donations at the high school. Well, although they didn't have possession, they called a timeout and saved possession. 36-33. Cardinal basketball, the shot clock down to 12. The play clock, the game clock is at 5:40. The Wildcats trail by 3. Redding to work the ball in right in front of Cooper. Bounce pass comes in the left corner. They get a 3 off. It's no good. Wildcats still cannot get a rebound. There's another long 3. This one's no good. Wildcats have got to get these rebounds. They've got us ball. It's loose on the floor. Wildcats have it. Now Oak Ridge calls a timeout, but that time we actually had possession. Oak Ridge actually did have possession when the timeout is asked for. 36-33. Timeout. It is a full timeout. As I mentioned, the Lady Wildcats will be going to the Hal Henner Gym in Greenville, Tennessee, to play in the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic. They'll open play on the 26th of December against the North Green Lady Huskies. That'll be a 7 o'clock game. We will broadcast that ball game. The guys will be in action as well. They'll be in Bristol at the Arby's Classic. They'll be taking on Harlan County, Kentucky at Bristol at Freedom Hall up in Bristol, Tennessee. We will try to broadcast as many boys, as many girls games as possible during the Christmas break. Both of them are going to be starting on the 26th of December. The boys in Bristol, the girls will be playing in Greenville. Oak Ridge down 3, 36-33. Wildcats have got to take advantage of it. The ball once again as Garrett Giles will work the ball in. Ball comes in to Raekwon. Buzzer sounded. And here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 5:23 to play. Raekwon with it. Met by a double screen. Dribbles past it. Swings it over to Brennan Scott. Brennan dribbles. Looks. Backing up with his dribble. Continuing to back up. 5-second count is on. Dribbles around a screen. Brennan drives. Pulls up. Ties the game. No. Shot is no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Garrett Giles. You talk about some plays of near misses the entire game. Missed shot. The Wildcats have been in decent position to rebound. The ball just caroms off them out of bounds. The Wildcats still down 3, 36-33. Here they come down the floor once again, moving left to right. 5 minutes to play in this ball game. Wildcats once again need to stop on defense. They've gotten the stops on defense. They've only allowed 36 points, but it's the offense where we've struggled. That's a shot good. Really nice drive there. It's a 5-point game. 5 points seems like a lot. Caden Breithart, left-handed, drives in, pulls up, elbow shot, good. Caden Breithart hits the shot inside the paint. Back to a 3-point game. 4 minutes, 32 seconds to play. 38-35, the Cardinals down the floor. They're out of Jonesboro, Georgia. They won their ball game yesterday. Trying to remain undefeated. The Wildcats did too. Redding goes inside. No place to go. Kicks the ball back out. He walks. Travel called against number 15, and Oak Ridge will get the basketball. 4 minutes, 16 seconds to play. You just kind of wonder when somebody's going to knock down a big shot here as the Wildcats trail by 3, 38-35. Here's Ray dribbling, driving all the way to the hole. No good. Cooper's got the rebound. Good, and it's a 1-point game. Good drive there by Raekwon to get the ball to Cooper, and it's 38-37 with 4 minutes to play in the ball game. They throw the ball away. Oak Ridge will have it on the Cardinal turnover. And with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to play, Oak Ridge to within 1 for the first time, I think maybe since the first or second quarter. It's 38-37. Wildcats work it in. Raekwon Watson with the basketball. 38-37 the score. Ray with it across the line. Finds Giles free to Caden Breithart. Brennan Scott. Top of the circle. Wow, it goes once again to Ray Ray. Look to Caden. Finds Brennan free. Brennan thought about launching. He'll dribble in. Penetrate. Ray Ray. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ray Ray dribbles. Drives. Free throw line jumper. Who's in front? The Cardinal in gray. 39-38 the score. Down the floor of the basketball will come Jonesboro. We're down to 3 minutes and 24 seconds to play here in the ball game. Jonesboro basketball. Redding with the basketball outside the three-point line. He drives left, kicks it out to the top of the circle. Around to Redding it goes. 39-38 the score. Number 10 with the basketball. That's Chris Jones. He holds the ball. He dribbles in, penetrates, goes in. He walks! He missed the shot anyway. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. That was a clear travel. Absolutely terrible officiating. 3 minutes, 1 second to play. Absolutely terrible. Everybody had to see that. Everybody had to see it. The older official talking with the younger one, and they're going to maintain that. That was bad. Can't wait for them to see that on tape. That was just that bad. Everybody makes mistakes, but man, crucial time of the game as they work the ball. Cooper blocks it. Here's a rebound to the Cardinals. Back in for the shot. Good, and he's fouled. Because of terrible possession officiating, the Wildcats now find themselves down by one. 40-39 the score. Wildcats trailing by one. Coach Green tells his post guys, if you're not going to rebound, we're not going to win. That's kind of the way it is in basketball. 2:54 to play in the game. Free throw is good. 2-point game. Wildcat basketball. Here they come down the floor trailing again. 41-39. Raekwon with the basketball. The Wildcats. Point guard dribbles in, pulls up, kicks the ball back out to Brightheart. Brightheart to Giles. Brennan Scott. Three-pointer. Good! 3-point shot. Brennan Scott. And the Wildcats have the lead. 42-41 the score. 2 minutes, 33 seconds to play in the ballgame. With the basketball will come the Cardinals of Jonesboro, Georgia. With the basketball, Cortez Redding. Redding swings the ball top of the circle. We're down to 2:21 to play. 42-41 Oak Ridge. Wildcats playing hard defense. They work the ball in. They fall down. Ball's loose on the floor. The Wildcats can't pick it up. It's going to be a timeout. No possession. No possession. No possession. That's the second time that's happened in the ball game. There was no possession on the game, and a timeout is asked for. That is absolutely terrible. No possession at all. Timeout is asked for. That is absolutely terrible. 42-41, and they've got the basketball. Shot clock at 4. It's been called that way the entire game. Oak Ridge has the lead, 42-41. The Wildcats tomorrow will play Southwest DeKalb County. That game will be at 3:30 here at the St. George's Gym. Today is Thanksgiving. We're broadcasting here. The Wildcats have the lead, 42-41. We've got one older official, 2 younger officials, and 2 younger ones have struggled a bit. As, you know, like I said, everyone's human. But, man, 42-41 Wildcats. A lot of time left on the clock. Jonesboro's got 4 seconds on the shot clock. And they'll have the possession of the ball as they 2 teams come back out on the floor. Big shot a moment ago by Brennan Scott, the three-pointer, as the Wildcats need another stop defensively. They've got a rebound. That's something they have not done real well, as Wildcats lead by 1, 42-41, Redding to work it in. Here's the lob, intercepted by Oak Ridge. Ray with the basketball. Here comes Oak Ridge in the rear court. And then a whistle blows, and I guess a timeout is asked for by the Wildcats, or is it a foul? I didn't see what he called. He timeout White. It'll be Oak Ridge's basketball. 2 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the ball game. Once again, once we start doing our radio ball games, and of course, PAL charging $500, we'll have probably just radio on the PAL ball game on December the 5th. No school in Tennessee charges $500 for a basketball game to be streamed. they charge $2,000 for a football game to be streamed. It's outrageous. It's ludicrous. It's just really dumb. But that's their policy, school policy. They think it takes away from the gate. But I can tell you, people who are watching the stream are not coming to the ball game anyway. It's an outdated way of thinking by the Powell administration. But, you know, what do you expect? Fox Insurance Group, Tim Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Washboard Wash and Fold, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor, Oak Ridge Utility District, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic are our sponsors in radio and our stream. And we're also on Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 1082, as the Wildcats have the lead and the ball for the first time in a while. 42-41 the score. Wildcats have got to be close to being out of timeouts. They'll not press Oak Ridge. 2:07 to play in the ball game. With the shot clock, obviously, you know, you can't stall a game anymore as the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor leading, and then play is halted. Not exactly sure. And shot clock was at 26. Not exactly sure. Are they saying Garrett is bleeding? He stopped the clock, stopped the game. I think he thought he was bleeding. Not exactly sure why this youngster stopped the game. Not at all sure. I guess they're going to reset the shot clock at 26. Either he saw blood or something. Not sure exactly what he saw. But he's not too sure what he's seen most of the game either, as Oak Ridge will get the ball. 2:07 to play, 42-41 the score. That was an odd occurrence as the Wildcats have the ball, trying to beat Jonesboro, Georgia, here in Freeport, Bahamas. Wildcats, 22 seconds on the shot clock. The Wildcats start their play in motion. Brennan Scott with it. Dribbles out left side. It goes Ray Ray. Ray Ray back to Brennan. Around to Caden Brightheart. Wildcats have got to get a little bit more going here. Here comes Oak Ridge. Brennan for three. No good. The Wildcats have the rebound. Ray Ray lost it. Wildcats, he either should have gone back up with it or shot it as they bring the ball down the floor. We're down to a minute 36 to play. 42-41 the score. Oak Ridge in the lead. They drive in, kick the ball to the left side along the baseline. Shot is good. Somehow. Down the floor will come Oak Ridge, trailing by one. 43-42 the score. A minute and 18 to play. And Wildcats are going to have to call an official timeout. Looks like Garrett Giles is kind of hobbled either on his ankle or his knee. He's going to have to come out, and Price Davis will come into the ballgame. Injury timeout. The Wildcats trailing 43-42, a minute 15 to play in the ballgame. Oak Ridge works into Ray Ray. Garrett trying to walk it off here. Shot clock down to 18. Oh, Wildcats turned the ball over. Tried to get the ball into Caden. Kind of forced it in there. He didn't expect it. And the Wildcats turn it over with a minute to go in the game, down by a point. Their basketball. 43-42. Dribbling outside. Shot clock down to 16. Wildcats trying to guard here. They work the ball inside. Here's a reach in. What's it going to call? Jump ball. Alternate possession arrow to them. 48.6 seconds. So the next possession arrow will be Oak Ridge's. They're down by a point here. 43-42. Shot clock at 11. 48.6 seconds. Cardinal basketball. They throw the ball away. Oak Ridge will get it. Wildcats will get it. As the ball was not touched, they'll get it on the baseline. Shot clock at 30. Garrett Giles is coming back in the ball game, so evidently he's okay. 43-42 the score. Price comes in and now out. Oak Ridge ball. 43-42. The Wildcats need points here. Down by a point, obviously. Can't turn the ball over. Caden Brightheart with the basketball. Looks to Cooper. Drives left. Brennan Scott. Three-pointer. Good! Three-point shot. Brennan Scott. And the Wildcat lead is 2. 45-43 the score. Here they come down the floor. Dribbling left. They work the ball along the baseline. Shot clang off the iron. No good. Shot is up. No good. Cooper's got the rebound. Cooper Williams has it. The Wildcats in the lead by 2. Ray Ray in the rear court. Wildcats with 15 seconds to play. Caden Brightheart to Brennan Scott. The Wildcats holding it, and then a timeout is asked for. Oak Ridge with 10.4 seconds to play leads 45-43. Personal foul was called against Jonesboro. Oak Ridge will have the basketball eventually. Not exactly sure what the officials are trying to figure out, but Oak Ridge does have the ball. 10.4 seconds to play. 45-43 the score. Oak Ridge can't turn it over. Wildcats got to get it in. You got to get it in. There's 5. He didn't get it in. The Wildcats did not get it in. Back on defense, and now they'll call a timeout. Wildcats had every opportunity to get the ball in, just didn't do it. 10.4 seconds to play. The Wildcats on top, 45-43. I'm going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment. David Clary back here at the St. George's Gym, Freeport, Bahamas. The Wildcats in the lead, 45-43 over Jonesboro, Georgia. Jonesboro has the ball with 10 seconds to play. Will they play for a tie? Will they play for a win? Wildcats will come out defensively. Let's see. With Garrett Giles, Caden Brightheart, Cooper Williams, Raekwon Watson, Brennan Scott. 45-43 Oak Ridge. They'll have the basketball. Side court. The Wildcats have lots of fouls to give if they elect to do that, but they're going to come up defensively. Don't want to give up anything easy here. Jonesboro ball. Play starts. Redding drives in. He's fouled. Fouled on the floor. That's okay. It's only the second foul. 7.3 seconds to play. Actually, it's the fourth foul, and it'll be their basketball, side court. Now the Wildcats don't have any fouls to give. Jonesboro ball, 45-43, Oak Ridge in the lead. 7.3 seconds to play in the game. In regulation, anyway. Wildcats don't want to give up anything easy on the inside. Obviously don't want to give up a three. To work the ball in for them will be Redding. To the side of their bench, which is to our right. Perspiration being wiped up off the floor. Wildcats with some big shots down the stretch by Brennan Scott, who really struggled most of the early part of the game. They'll work the ball in. Redding will. And we're down to 6, 5, 4, 3. At the buzzer. No good! They've got the rebound. Shot is up. No good. Oak Ridge wins. Oak Ridge wins. Oak Ridge has won the ball game by a final score of 45-43. Oak Ridge remains undefeated in their pool. They had a good look at a three. It wouldn't go, and the Wildcats are victorious for the second consecutive game. 45-43, the final score. We don't have much time. We've got to get on the bus here in a bit. I'd like to talk about it. I will post the statistics on my Twitter page, at DC Cat Voice. Oak Ridge victorious, 45-43. And from St. George's High School, the Wildcats have won it, 45-43. You want to read down the stats? Looking at the scoring here for the Wildcats, let's see. Oh, I can't do the math that quick. I'll let you do it. Let's take a break here. Just a break just for a second. Welcome back to Freeport, Bahamas, where the Wildcats have just won by a final score of 45-43. Looking at the final scoring, the Wildcats were led in scoring by Garrett Giles, who had 14 points in the ball game. Brendan Scott, a couple of big threes down the stretch with 9. Looks like Raekwon Watson with 6. Caden Brightheart with 8. And let's see, Cooper Williams had 8. The Wildcats win it 45-43. That about does it. We'll play South DeKalb tomorrow on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. This is David Clary saying so long, everybody.